Hello, good morning. I am getting ready to go to the gym. It's the Saturday before match week, which means that in 2 days, a day and a half, I will find out if I match, and then in like a week, I will find out where. Trying to keep myself busy this weekend and just enjoy these last few moments of waiting. There's a whole bunch of match week events planned. Hopefully I'll remember to whip up the camera and bring you along for all of that. All right, back home from the gym. I know it's been a while since I've been on YouTube, so I figured why not do a little catch up. Overall, fourth year has been a really good, positive year. There's of course a lot of stress and uncertainty about the future, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I was just having fun and vibing all year. If you've watched my graduation speech video, you might know that I spent a lot of time in college thinking about resilience and failure and my relationship with failure. Going through the med school application process after college was a test of how thoroughly I had truly learned those lessons. So much of the time, our advancement depends on other people's perceptions of us. And because that almost never changes, I think it becomes even more important that you have this positive self-concept that can't be like rocked by whatever happens external to you. Can't be rocked by not getting into the med school that you wanted to, or not getting an interview at a place that you were really excited about. I think as I get older and go through yet another one of these application cycles where I, am dependent on other people to let me have access to this next step in training, or let me have access to this space that I want, it just reinforces to me every time how important it is to really back yourself and love yourself and stand 10 toes down for yourself, and to not internalize like failures or undesired outcomes as something intrinsic to you. And it's way easier said than done. Every time I put myself out there like this, it's a challenge. But I do think it's gotten easier over time, which I think is really encouraging. Hopefully I'll just continue to feel more and more steady as I build up this sense of resiliency. Beyond just the residency kind of piece of this, I think fourth year has been really great because I really felt like I've hit my stride. First few years of med school, you're so busy doing the things that you need to do to learn how to be a doctor. You take all the same classes as everyone else. You're on the same rotations as everyone else. And there's a little bit of room, in student groups and volunteering and research and those sorts of things. But your main task is like learning the clinical knowledge, passing the exams, passing the shelves. Fourth year, I think, is the first year of med school where I've really felt like I am in my element and doing everything that I really love to do. I have taken a fiction writing class, a health econ class, I just took an anthro class. I've been doing a lot of research. I think I've gotten enough exposure to different areas within health policy and health services that I have finally kind of settled on what I think my research goals and priorities and interests are. So no longer just in that exploratory phase where I'm doing projects that I think I might be interested in. Not only am I answering research questions that I find really interesting, I also feel like I have the technical skills to be able to function really independently as a researcher, which is great. I've also had the time and opportunity to do more community work, which has been incredibly gratifying and rewarding. And even though I'm probably working more than a fourth year should, I'm still making a lot of time to travel and have fun. I've been able to visit friends in New York and DC, go to my friends' birthday trips, go skiing, and I have some exciting travel planned post-match as well. So fourth year, lots of really amazing parts and lots of, more stressful parts, but if you keep a cool head, it will all work out in the end. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. I'm gonna hop in the shower and talk to you later. Happy Sunday. I had a pretty slow start to the day. I woke up late, which I'm gonna blame on the daylight savings time shift, and spent most of the morning like deep cleaning my house because I have a couple friends coming into town for match day, which is exciting. It's around 5 p.m. now. I'm gonna run to the grocery store, grab some basics so that we'll have things to eat when they're here next week. I feel like I was so in the zone with cleaning that I didn't realize that most of the day has already passed. I find out about match literally tomorrow morning. Something about that just actually terrifies me a little bit in a way that it didn't even just yesterday. It just, the closer we get, it feels like the more real it is. I'm having a friend over for dinner tonight. I'm excited to see her. It's been a little while and I think it'll be a good distraction for me. 9:55, so 5 minutes before we find out. I slept okay. I woke up a bunch of times in the middle of the night, which I feel like always happens when I'm a little anxious about the next day, but hopefully it's a good morning. So it's been about 10 minutes. I just got off the phone with my dean. I matched into a 1-year prelim position, so it's definitely not what I wanted. Essentially, I'll have to reapply into general surgery next year. Obviously, I'm feeling disappointed and like emotional, but yeah, I'm probably gonna call a few people. I'm sad, but we live. I'm alive, I'm well, I'm okay. It's late afternoon now. I chatted with my med school dean, one of my career advisors. I've been speaking with my support system, my friends and my loved ones. My feelings might like oscillate and come in waves as I continue to process, but at this point in time, I'm feeling, you know, strong, choosing to see this as like a speed bump in my journey as opposed to the end of the world, because it isn't the end of the world. It's so funny that I was talking about resilience and my relationship with failure earlier on in this vlog, because part of the reason why I'm able to be kind of at this place of steadiness is because I've kind of moved far enough along in that journey in my relationship with failure to know that when things like this happen, it's not a reflection of how worthy I am or how hard I've worked or how good of a surgeon that I hope to be. At the end of the day, I'm honestly proud of myself. I'm proud of all the work that I've put in, not just this year, but throughout my time in med school. I'm proud of the application that I put together. I think that it was a genuine reflection of who I am, what I want to accomplish within surgery and medicine. Having put my best foot forward and having done everything that I could, it makes this outcome worse in some ways, but also better in that I know that I have no regrets. Part of this journey is definitely like putting faith in yourself and backing yourself regardless of what other people say. But, you know, at the same time, it has been nice for my like advisor to be like, yeah, I'm really shocked and surprised. Obviously not the outcome that I would have hoped, but I am still gonna celebrate this week. I'm still gonna celebrate moving forward to the next step in my training, to graduating, to starting to practice medicine as a doctor. All that to say, you know, the vlog will go on. The show must continue. Of course, it's like super challenging to be vulnerable and open about this in a public space, in a public forum, but it's easy to, you know, feel proud of yourself and to embrace your failures when they aren't big. It's easy to talk about resilience when you aren't necessarily going through it. And for me to really embrace this positive relationship with failure, it requires honesty on my part. Big roller coaster of a day. Thanks for being here with me for it. I'm going to make myself some food. Later tonight, we're going to go celebrate with my classmates. See you later. She did something. Hi.
Hi.
Where are we going?
We are going to the trolley.
We are going to a trolley that they have rented out for us.
Yes.
And we're gonna go bar hopping.
Ah.
And
I brought some water.
We're hydrating.
Yes.
And we're celebrating the highs and the lows.
Listen, match period. We're celebrating a match period.
Well, I'm not bringing you along with us, so good night.
Bye.
Good morning. I had a lot of fun last night. I was a little bit afraid that I wasn't gonna feel like 100% up to celebrating, or that it was gonna feel weird celebrating with people that have like fully matched and like, you know, presumably are in a more secure position than I am in terms of the future. But honestly, it was a lot of fun. I think it really helped further cement for me in my brain that this is still a win. A win is still a win. We're still moving forward, and it's still something that deserves to be celebrated. I'm of course still feeling a little on edge about it, a little I guess like anxious about the future, but trying to remind myself that I can only control what's in my control. After talking to my career advisor, you know, I know what strategy I want to take for this next year, and all I gotta do is do it. I'm reminding myself too to take things one day at a time and to really just like sit and process everything this week. Waking up today and kind of reflecting on yesterday, I'm just feeling extremely grateful for how much support I have in my life. This is obviously like major like bad news. I think I've been able to come to this kind of place of relative peace, at least for now, in part because I have people in my life to really remind me of my own strength and remind me of how much I have to be proud of. When I think about like building resiliency and not internalizing your failures, I often think about self-love. And not to say that self-love isn't important, because it definitely is, and it's definitely a big part of this whole puzzle. But humans are also very social creatures. We can't survive without each other. We can't survive without our community. So I feel really grateful to have built this community that pours into me, and I hope to continue to pour into my community too. The agenda for today is to do some work and do one final cleanup of the house, because my first friend comes in tomorrow morning really early, and tonight we have a match week event. We'll probably head out to that, but we have a whole day ahead of us, so I'm gonna get started. Cheers. So I'm almost done cleaning, but I started getting a little sad. So I think I'm gonna take myself out for a walk. It's like 65 degrees outside, super nice today. So hopefully a little bit of sun will cheer me up. It's 6 p.m. now. I just finished getting ready for our event tonight. We're doing puzzles, I think, board games maybe, at a brewery. I had a productive day. My meeting went well, cleaned the house, everything's ready. The walk was a great decision. Had some time to just be in the sun, contemplate, reflect. I had a good cry session earlier today too. In full transparency, still feeling good and excited to see my friends again tonight. Where the lake is at?
But once
Good morning. It's like 6:15. I'm headed to O'Hare to pick up my friend Gabina, who just got in. It's early, but I'm so excited to see them. Let me see the topping.
You mean?
We're outside Kasama. If you're a Chicagoan, you know. We're in line. Near the front. Incredible work. Where are we going?
Where are we going? It's a great question,
We're
dude.
going to happy hour. What did we just come from?
Senior skit.
And I totally forgot to film anything.
You did. I'll send you some content. It's fine.
Thank you. And now we're eating.
Turn up.
We just finished dinner. It's 8:53. We're back home.
We're thriving.
We're thriving. Sorry I've been such a bad YouTuber today. Vlogged pretty much nothing. Had a good day. I'm feeling good.
Getting ready to head out to the club.
No, we're not. We're gonna actually watch The Love is Blind. But I'm so happy to be with my friend. I'm happy to celebrate. I'm happy to embrace joy. We'll call it a night.
Buenas noches.
Good morning. It's around 7 a.m. I'm just sitting up in bed because I'm having some trouble falling back asleep. I got woken up by a thunderstorm. I think my mindset and mental state about match and everything has been pretty good the past few days, but I think there are highs and lows, and right now is one of the lows. And one thing that I think I'm really struggling with through all this is this feeling of uncertainty, not knowing what's going to happen, you know, after my prelim year is over. And there's a small part of me that thinks about fellowship and getting a faculty position and promotions, and it just feels like there's this like never-ending chain of hoops to jump through and ladders to climb. There's a part of me that worries if this, you know, speed bump as I'm
choosing to think about it is going to have a lasting impact on the rest of my career. And I know that's just me getting ahead of myself, but it just really feels like there's so much uncertainty. And as someone who chose medicine, I'm pretty type A. And that's uncertainty is like hard for me. Other thing that has really been on my mind is, you know, the fact that I did get really positive responses from my top 2 choices, you know, including like an explicit email that was telling me that I was one of the best interviews of the season and that they hoped that I would join their family in June. You know, I'm choosing to believe that people were honest in what they said to me and that they advocated for me in the ways that they could. But I think like placing trust in the communication that I got, it almost feels like even more of a loss, because like I know that I would have done great in those programs because they told me explicitly that I would. So yeah, the processing definitely comes in waves. Trying my best to feel everything and engage with everything as it comes, and continue to approach this with as positive and determined a mindset as I can. I think I'm gonna try and go back to sleep, see if I can do it.
Good morning. It's like 10:30. We're about to go pick my other friend Sammy up from the airport. Yeah, you should.
Spring break.
Did you get it? Oh.
What do we do today? I feel like I haven't vlogged all day.
Well, we got Mexican breakfast.
Yes, they've seen that. And then we were just in the Soho house for a while.
Oh yeah.
So and of course could not film in there.
It's giving luxury.
Yeah, sorry, too exclusive. And
You
then,
wouldn't know.
and then we picked up my laptop from Apple because that's also been broken this week because when it rains it pours. The haul. And now we're going to chill at my friend Tony's place, and then we're gonna go to dinner. That's the update.
Bye y'all.
Bye.
You want me to like shine a light on you? Hi vlog.
Morning. Happy match day. I just woke up. It's around 8 a.m. I decided I am going to go to our match week event. I'm still going to take my pictures and celebrate this. One thing that I may not have explained earlier is I actually only applied to one prelim position, the prelim position at my home institution. So when I found out on Monday that I matched prelim, I also already know where I'm going to be. Today is going to be a little anticlimactic. I'm excited to see where all my friends end up, and I'm excited to be with all my friends today in celebration. I'm feeling really supported and strong and positive, and I hope I continue feeling that way throughout the rest of the day. Here's the outfit. How do we feel?
I feel amazing. So excited to celebrate Sabrina.
They're so ugly. I hate them.
Stop.
I was gonna be late.
Stop. They're beautiful.
Love is our lunch.
So they had us do these like time capsules that we open on match day. The first question was, what profession or specialty can you see yourself in 5 years from now? In what city? And I said general surgery, maybe San Francisco, DC, or Chicago. What expectations and anxieties do you have for the clinical years? I hope to learn a lot and grow in confidence to really feel like a student doctor and be capable of helping people. What did you do yesterday, and how do you feel about your first 2 years at Pritzker? Yesterday I finished up some research work, met a friend for coffee in West Loop, went to a spontaneous happy hour, came home and cooked a nice dinner, and watched a movie with Symphony. Overall, I love my first 2 years in med school. It's been hard work, but so rewarding to see and feel my own growth, and I feel blessed to have built the friendships and communities that I have. What would you like to remind yourself of 2 years from now? You are continually achieving your own dreams. Be proud of yourself and stay grateful for all the opportunities you are afforded. Hug your mama, make the most of everything, and prioritize joy.
What you got, Rain? What you got? What you got, Sabrina? What do you have? 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 Yes! Oh my God!
Match day.
See your sign. Is this your first sign that you made? What did you write on your first sign?
Cedar Sinai in Los Angeles, and I stand by it.
She said, I'm going home. I don't care doing what.
There you go. I like that.
Happy match day.
Happy match day! You successfully, wait, let me. Your girl did it! Period!
So great to celebrate with my classmates. It was a very wholesome day.
Yes.
Oh, I won the chocolate.
Yes.
I won a pound of
Let me find
chocolate.
it. Oh my gosh. I almost hit you in the face.
You really did. Hi, Gabby.
Congrats.
Congratulations. And we're headed home now.
I'm gonna get this tattooed.
Oh my God. We're gonna just like do some work, run some errands. So I'm hosting a party tonight. So yeah, thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wait, let me pull out the necklace. Let me see. Oh, it's beautiful.
Little
Gabino.
Claire.
It's so beautiful. Thank you. We came out for a sweet treat, and they gave us the candle to celebrate match.
Woo woo woo.
Hello, this is Sabrina's winning chocolate, 1 pound.
We
Better than money.
We almost had the money.
We almost had the money, that's okay. This is nature's money. Oh my God. It's like half an inch.
That's thick.
It's a thick.
You should just bite into it.
I had 3 Hershey's Kisses in one bite. 10 out of 10. Thank you, Pritzker. We love to do my best.
I need to go home. I need to go home. Y'all are crazy. Of all of that, and we know that they're destined for more greatness. I'm gonna say something that a wise man once told me: life is not a waste of time. Time is not a waste of life.
It's a worldwide!
Oh, kiss me through the phone. Oh, let's expose some.
It's new rule. No vacation. Stay off my Instagram, no temptation.
Hey everyone, just popping on to film a quick outro. You can see my match day sign behind me. It's been a few days since match week ended. You know, it's not the match week that I expected or wanted, but it's the match week that I had. I started this YouTube channel to increase the transparency in medical education, to kind of reduce the barriers to entry and demystify this incredibly lengthy and expensive and laborious process. So in the spirit of why this channel exists, I think it's important that I'm honest and open about my path, my failures, how match day can look for some people. This past week has definitely felt really heavy at times. There's been a lot of emotions. I really was reckoning with what this would mean for me and what I would allow this to mean for me. I worked in health policy before med school. I really strongly considered other careers other than medicine, and I still have a really broad array of interests in things outside of medicine. And so there were points this week where I was in my feelings and questioning if I really wanted to do this, knowing that I'm probably going to have to fight a little bit harder for a place in this field, do I really want to do it? And I will admit I was being a little dramatic, but I do think the sentiment of that is important in its own way. I think it's important that we continually check in with ourselves to see if we're living a life that is aligned with our hopes and dreams and values and goals. It's easy to get on a path and just continue on that path without reflection. I wish that my moment of reflection wasn't precipitated by an upheaval like this. But I'm really grateful that, if nothing else, this has really forced me to consider what I want. And I can say with full confidence that I stand by everything I wrote in my personal statement and my application, everything I said on my interviews. I want to be a surgeon, and I don't want to be someone who folds at the first sign of resistance. The path forward is incredibly daunting and scary. The idea of having to reapply through ERAS, of potentially having to repeat my intern year, and even of having to go into another specialty that is not surgery, all of that is still really, really scary. And I imagine as I continue to move forward and I continue to see what's available to me, there will be more moments of reflection and more moments of fear. But from this particular vantage point, I do feel determined and empowered and ready to work my hardest this year. I think when I'm feeling sleep deprived or discouraged, I'm gonna just have to remind myself to keep my eye on the horizon, to remind myself of what all of this is for, what my ultimate goal is. And I hope that will be enough to get me through. It feels really full circle and crazy to be filming the outro of my Match Week vlog when I started this YouTube channel before I even started medical school. So thank you so much for tagging along in my journey. I hope to continue posting useful videos and resources as I move on to internship. Thank you so much as always for watching, and I will see you next time.